Hello, everyone, and welcome to Co-OPed. We are four friends who gather around talking casually about anything and some things. My name's Kenny, and today I am joined by my group of goofy goobers: Cameron Squarepants,
Oh no.
Alan Tortellini,
What?
and Connor Cheeks.
What's tortellini?
This week's topic.
Yeah, what is
What?
tortellini?
What?
Tortellini? You don't remember that one SpongeBob episode where they messed
No.
up Squidward's last name?
No.
No.
They were like, Squidward, Tortellini! You don't know your SpongeBob. I thought we were friends.
I mean,
That was so funny.
I'm sorry, I'm not obsessed about that show, bro.
it's been forever.
This week's topic is continuing our last week's episode about 2018's entertainment outlook of games, movies,
Yeah.
and TV shows.
We don't care about music on this.
We don't
channel.
care about music. Who listens to music?
Yeah.
Not me.
I mean, yeah,
Actually, we were talking about One Direction before this, so maybe we
we were. I mean,
Oh,
we're continuing our conversation and talking about the news and trends and memes that happened in 2018 that at least
Like
mattered to
memes of
us or
2018.
in our vicinity.
The things that got me through 2018. You know,
Were they really the things that got you?
the memes. Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Well, before we get into that, let's recap our weeks to each other. Why don't we? Cameron, why don't you start? Because you're always the one who starts.
I'm always the one with the worst answer for this. I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
have anything going on in my life, but you guys came over yesterday. We had a good time. We played Poyo and Tetris for about
Yes,
probably
yes,
like
we did.
5 hours straight, and that was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
That game.
Wait, you did that yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
We
that
held
yesterday.
we held a
Okay.
Tetris and Puyo tournament.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
Kenny's so good at Puyo
He's so-
Puyo.
it's
so
stupid.
stupid.
It's
not
so
scary.
I finally know what it's like to win.
You get one combo and you're done.
You're over with. Yeah, it was a tournament, so that was it was a long process because we did a Tetris tournament and then we did a Puyo tournament, and the champions of both went up
You
against
know,
each
I
other.
think it was bullshit that I wasn't there.
Yeah, what would you have been? A Tetris player or Puyo?
Tetris.
I think. Well,
I
okay,
think
yeah.
Poyo is a little bit easier.
Oh,
Puyo is a little harder,
Oh,
you okay?
according to everyone else.
it's way harder.
You know what? I just feel like I'm constantly in conflict with you guys, and that I constantly am thinking
Hey.
the wrong things,
No,
and I
They're not
just
the
don't
wrong
think I'll
things.
ever be right. I'll just
maybe
never be
it
right.
was easy for you.
Just
Maybe
what?
you could have beat Kenny. You could have been the Puyo champion.
Well,
I
no,
could've
let's
fucking-
not get too far ahead of ourselves here.
I would have fucking ripped Kenny's nose off.
Wow,
I
that's brutal.
Kind of doubt it.
Anyways, let's talk. First thing we're going to talk about is the fall of Retrospective.
No, wait, hold
Whoa,
on. We
whoa.
didn't recap our weeks yet. None of us did that, except for Cameron a little bit. You're getting ahead of yourself. I know you want your fajitas, but it's not time
They
yet.
got
I
it
want
late.
my vaginas.
Oh God.
Okay, well, my week has been extremely uneventful as I have been doing nothing.
Nice. I stole the Puyo thing. Now you have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, you stole my thunder. I mean, I won. I just won my entire day on Friday, and you just took that from me. So
Yep.
I don't know what to talk about.
It was your mistake for letting me go first.
Alan, how about you hit us?
I've also done nothing,
Oh,
but hang out with you guys, and that's about it.
nice.
Wow, we are extremely boring people.
Well, I mean, there's nothing going on.
You're right.
What do you want? What do you want me to say or do?
There hasn't
No,
been
I'm
any
just
exciting
saying
news.
we're extremely boring people.
Well, yeah. It's the end of winter break. We're going to school
Oh,
soon.
anyways, cut to me. Cut to
Cut
me.
to Connor. Connor's the.
I started a fucking job. I'm at work
How was it?
making money and teaching kids the values.
The
It's
values.
The values?
The
What are the
values.
values?
What do you teach these children? Teach us.
All right. I teach them don't do those drugs. Don't touch those drugs.
You're hired.
You keep your hands away from those drugs.
Oh my gosh, are you like an enlightened thinker from the Renaissance? Are you a Renaissance man?
What?
Wait, am I a what?
Are you a Renaissance man?
A Renaissance.
man.
A Renaissance? Is it Renaissance?
It's Renaissance man.
I always
thought.
pronounced it Renaissance.
What the? Oh boy.
I'm sorry. It's just my Asian pronunciation of things.
I love that's a thing that you do.
It crosses over sometimes. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's a strange word.
Renaissance.
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 Renaissance. Anyways, we're spending time. Literally, we spent so much fucking time on this. We gotta get to work, okay? Have we said everybody's shit?
We said everybody's shit.
All right. Guess what? Part 1. Chapter 1. The Fall of Respected and Greedy Game Companies. Written by
What do you
Ken
mean they'll
Shan
fall? Dude? They're
Bakusama.
still making money.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're not really falling.
Well,
but
not the fall. But
I wouldn't.
they are in like the spotlight in terms of game culture nowadays.
I would call them. I wouldn't call it a fall, but I would call it a very bad trip.
I think it's just people realizing how greedy these companies can be and how like scummy some certain ones are.
Well, I still hate EA with a passion, but you know, it kind of hurts when you see that your own child has become the devil.
So wait, when you're the one who put this on the dock, Kenny, and I'm wondering which companies
Yeah, pick some.
Well,
talking
let's-
about.
All right, then let me pick one. EA. Start with
Okay,
EA. Why don't
easy
we?
pick, easy
Yeah.
pick.
Easy. They're
So,
scumbags. They
I
suck the
remember
souls out of IPs.
Yeah, they started off this year with whole Star Wars Battlefront 2 thing, right? They released it the end of 2017,
Mhm.
and then they were doing some online things in 2018 during the New Year's, and they were considering introducing microtransactions, and there was a big buzz over that, and then they just never did it, and then they continued this downward spiral path of just getting shittier and shittier, because after I think their big Star Wars Battlefront 2, the next big game they had was Battlefield 5.
Mhm.
And that was at E3 summer 2018. And they introduced it, and I think everybody just hated it.
I don't think anyone was a fan. I
Yeah,
haven't
no.
heard anything really.
Or Battlefront?
I mean, Battlefront 2 wasn't bad,
No, Battlefield 5.
but Battlefield 5 wasn't that great.
Did you
Let's
play
not
it?
talk about Battlefield. Yeah.
mean,
Did I play it?
Did anyone?
No.
No.
Okay.
No,
I haven't seen anything from this. I've seen like a few
Kind of
streamers play it. but-
tells you what you think, huh? You know,
Yeah, no one talks about it.
That
I only
game
hear
don't fucking
Battlefield
touch
1.
it.
That game released and died so quick. It was
Mhm.
so quiet.
Wasn't
Because
there?
no one gave a shit
Oh, there
about
was.
it.
I mean, there was one recent game, I can't remember the name of it, but it was released for 18 hours before it was closed.
What? Oh yeah,
There's-
there is
Which one?
that's another thing on here
Oh, is it?
Really?
Oh,
on this
oh.
list.
Oh, I guess we'll get to it. I don't know what
Yeah,
you're talking
we
about,
will
though.
get to it some in a little bit.
Oh, I
but
think I know what it is. Okay.
The next game company I want to talk about is Activision. Activision is
Mm.
the other big doo doo company that have
Yeah.
been in the spotlight this year.
Good
so
news.
we got the
Good news
so-
for Bungie, though.
yeah, I mean good news for Bungie, but that's 2019. Let's hold off on that. But
Oh, fuck.
their fiasco with Blizzard. Wow, wait, Activision Blizzard.
What happened? I'm looking it up. You talk.
So they at BlizzardCon, I think everybody remembers. I think we talked about this before. They released Diablo's mobile game. What's it called? Diablo Immortal,
Mm-hmm.
the mobile phone game of Diablo, and they retroactively just ruined and slathered Blizzard's name, their community, the Blizzard community. They just destroyed it. I think.
It
It's
feels like
so weird how much of this news and these companies are in the limelight nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that AAA companies feel like they can get away with it. They've been getting away with it for years.
Oh yeah, it's really easy to notice now when every AAA game does the sort of same gimmicks or things to get more money out of people, like
Like,
the loot
okay.
boxes, the microtransactions, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So I think when it first started was them basically re-releasing games with slight differences.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a huge difference between the Modern Warfare games, is what I would say. not incredibly.
Not for, yeah,
Right.
that's
What's the difference between two Maddens or two FIFA games?
well, yeah. For sports games, they have to be the same. They have the same rules, but they have like sort of gimmicks. Like I know FIFA came out with like loot boxes with shoes in them or something, and that was the big thing of the newest FIFA game. But
Oh,
sports
please don't
games are
start.
what? Don't start.
It's so bad. It's so stupid. These loot boxes.
Oh
The
yeah,
loot boxes are big gay.
they are the big guy. You're right.
Wait, hold on. Tell me this kind of a big chub going on with these loot boxes now.
Here's the thing. Here, I'm gonna bet on this for 2019. I know we're talking about 2018, but I'm gonna bet on this. In 2019, there's gonna be a loot box that someone's gonna release that determines your sexuality in games.
Oh, like
What?
the gender
calling it.
reveal.
Yeah,
you're a
it's
girl.
your gender
you're a boy.
reveal.
Okay, what are you calling it?
Loot box, Overwatch, open loot box determines your gender,
The binary
Incredible.
box.
orientation.
You should go into marketing.
I know. I've got this. Like,
And like,
it's not even like a, oh, you know, these genders are like accepted or whatnot. Oh, fuck this. This is just bad. No, we can. If
What?
everything is just random,
Oh yeah.
if everything is random and you could sell it, why not sell orientations or genders?
Because I don't know. I feel like there'd be a huge backlash on this, Kenny. I think
Dude,
Yeah, I feel
Street Fighter 6, you get Ryu and you're like, "Oh, well, what skins or loot boxes can I unlock on Ryu?"
Oh,
Bam! Ryu
gender
turns
bends.
into a girl.
Are you okay?
I think
I'm not okay.
something's not right here, Kenny.
I'm a marketing mastermind, yo.
I think we should stop. There's only like, no offense, there's not that many genders.
There's a ton of genders, Connor.
I mean-
apparently to Facebook, I think.
Stop.
But we're not talking about this. I don't
Well,
want
we're not
I'm
to.
not-
talking about
of
this.
course
We're
I'm not
talking
saying
about
there's
news and
just
trends in
two, but-
2018. And the
Yes.
next thing on our list is talking about Bowsette. Uganda Knuckles. Don't
Dude, that
touch
guy-
my spaghetti. And subscribe to PewDiePie.
Oh,
If you
guy-
don't know what
the-
these are memes.
The guy who recently made Bowsette recently got an award from Pixiv.
What?
Got a what?
The guy who invented Bowsette recently got an award from Pixiv.
What was
An
the award?
from Pixiv.
Just for
I didn't-
making a really fucking like thing, made a thing that generated a lot of porn essentially.
Oh, so is it just meme creator of the year sort of thing, or?
Let me see. Here, I'll send you a link right now.
Okay.
Okay. I probably won't do this in the video, but guess what? We're talking about Uganda Knuckles. Everybody remember that?
I hate this meme.
Do you remember the way? Or not, do you remember the way?
Stop.
You know, it was pretty good for like the first 2 weeks it came out, and then I saw it constantly for 2 months straight, and I just got so sick of it.
It was like it was I don't know how to feel. I don't think it was super racist, but it was still kind of racist, and like it was weirdly like everybody was weirdly okay with it, and then
And then it just
and then it just got explicitly racist, and that's
Oh,
when
yeah.
people were like, "Oh, I don't know." Like
that's right. Because it started
Yeah.
as just a funny voice, which was
it
okay.
started
for
as
2
a
weeks.
funny voice, and then people started feeding racial stereotypes.
Yeah, they were
to it.
saying
And then
like
people started
kill the
clicking
white
their
man
mouths, you
or
know?
stuff like that.
They started clicking their mouths, and it's just like, ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it went a different
It
direction.
was funnier. It was funnier when Knuckles became like this weird mascot for all of like the nationalities. There's like this really funny video of a Russian Knuckles that's in like a Soviet Union tank, and he drives around, and then the guy feeds the fucking Soviet Union's national anthem through his through his mic, and it was the funniest thing on
Yeah.
earth.
And I think this
Actually,
was
you know what?
all on VR chat. I
Uh,
don't. It was, yeah, go
I
on.
don't remember how the sort of Ugandan accent got applied to Knuckles.
I don't know.
I think it was just one VR persona, just someone on VR chat making it funny,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and then I don't know.
Just making a
That's how it
doozy.
started.
I wonder how it must feel to know that you started a meme.
I think there's a lot of videos on that where they show like old memes and where they are now and stuff like that, and sometimes they're really depressing.
It's always depressing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, usually.
I never know the conclusion of
They
things.
usually regret doing things or just they get noticed on the street more often, stuff like that.
Didn't that little dog die? Was that this year?
What?
What?
Dog?
What's a
You gotta give me some
Gavin?
context.
Are you thinking of
Oh,
Gavin?
I thought it was Gaben or something.
Gabe, yeah, Gabe, yeah,
It was
Gabe the dog.
Was that this
I don't
year?
know this
Last
dog.
year?
I think he died recently. It was a dog that was used for a lot of jokes. Let me see if I can.
It was a lot of remixes, like with music. I know, like people auto-tuned to.
Oh, was it
bark.
the dog that did the backflip on No, not the backflip. No, we're talking about a real dog.
Yeah, a real
Yes, we're
dog.
talking about a
You're thinking
real
about
human
Flapjack.
dog.
I'm thinking about Flapjack, the twirling dog.
Well, that's a good one. I like that one. But yeah, I thought that happened a long time ago with Gabe. It was in 2018.
Yeah,
it was a long.
Yeah, Gabe was pretty big around Vine, and then he died probably a little bit close to
Yeah,
I don't know.
along with
Oh,
Vine.
Yeah, he died a little bit after Vine.
Did Vine shut down this year, or was it 2017?
I guess it was this year. Last year. Look, oh,
Was it?
Oh.
No, it shut down 2017. I don't know my Vine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure 2017 was the eminent Vine invasion of YouTube. If I recall.
Whoa, wait.
I mean, a lot of people from Vine have moved to TikTok.
Okay, I looked it up and I went in a weird direction.
Oh yeah?
Vine co-founder was found dead last month.
What?
Oh.
Okay. I guess that's news.
Thanks for that, Cameron. We can't recover from that.
Yeah, okay. Try your best.
We can't go anymore. Well, let's talk about subscribe to PewDiePie, why don't we?
I don't like this meme.
Well,
I don't like this meme. I hate this meme.
Why do you hate it?
I don't like PewDiePie.
You don't like PewDiePie? Well, I mean, I guess why. I understand that.
Yeah, I just don't like his content that much anymore. He's
Nah,
not a
just
gamer anymore,
shithead.
but he does a lot of clickbaity titles. But every YouTuber does that. I'm not gonna hate him on that. He's just not my type of humor. And then people got really upset about this Indian music channel. I think it was. What was the name of it?
T-Series? It's not an Indian music. I don't know what it is.
I thought it was. Okay, I don't know. I know it was like a music channel. I'm pretty sure it was.
Needless to say, who gives a shit, honestly, about subscriber ratings anymore?
Well, I mean, it's all the integrity of artistic. It's artistic integrity versus commercial success.
Yeah, because the reason
commercial success was T-Series, and artistic integrity was PewDiePie, the person who got successful based off of his own persona, which is T-Series, which is like a company.
And,
so it's the individual versus the collective.
And if I can add, the reason everyone was upset was because the T-Series, I think, was they said they used a lot of bots, subscriber bots. So there were a lot of fake subscribers. So a lot of people were upset at this and didn't think it was right. So they went to PewDiePie, the highest subscribed person on YouTube, to overtake him. So it was just kind of a matter of like morality or something like that.
Who gives a shit?
I mean, a lot of people did apparently.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do because it's if
I don't give a shit.
Let me put it into perspective. If a commercialized company was now at the top of YouTube, it would basically change YouTube's sort of I think it would change YouTube's direction kind of, because then bots would become the main source of revenue, just the numbers themselves. If you could add view counts on your videos, that would like propagate more like videos or contents like that.
I feel like that'd be very illegal though.
It would be very illegal, I assume. But it's YouTube. It's an online internet thing, and it's still new.
It's still
so there's nothing against that. Yeah.
I still remember the first time I saw around the time I saw PewDiePie, there was this joke where they caught him because he went on his desktop and they saw that there was a tab still open for porn, which is funny. And yep.
That's all you remember of him?
Yeah.
Oh, in the good old days. I remember watching him like when he played Amnesia, like freshman of high school year probably, and I enjoyed them, but I didn't watch his content that much. So
I actually like him better as he is now than
yeah. He does.
I
a
would
lot of
agree
stuff
with
like
Alan on
H3H3,
this.
I think. Isn't it more like reactions to like YouTube content?
Yes and no.
Okay. I don't
I
think
don't
he
know. It
does
just
many
feels like he's
gaming.
more of a human being than somebody who's pretending to be somebody for
Yeah.
the camera.
Like a loud, funny man gamer guy. Yeah. Which is fair.
He has a narcissistic use. He has a narcissistic use of comedy to him, but at the same time, he also views things from a very honest standpoint. No, he's not afraid to share his views on very touchy subjects.
Yeah.
All right,
and
let's
that's
move
why
on.
people like him, and
Yeah.
I like him because of that too.
Yeah, we're
All right.
losing time.
Losing time. Well, guess what? Going down the list, we're talking about live action remakes in 2018,
Yes. We had
or
a
at least the
whole-
announcement of them.
Yeah, we had a whole video on this, so if you want to get a more in-depth look at that, you could probably watch that.
The sheer monotony of it—it's just so bad.
There's a
Who
lot.
thinks that's a good idea?
It's mostly Disney too, I'm pretty sure.
It
Yeah.
is.
It
And
is-
it
yeah.
blows me away of how bad of a marketing decision it is.
I just think Disney's running out of they don't know how to make new stuff anymore. They're relying on older stuff to get money.
How are they different from any other company then?
What do you mean?
Like, we get remakes and I don't know, man.
Because it's all about nostalgia. We all
Just
grew
get
up on
new,
Disney.
man. Make a new story.
I know, I want that too, but you know, all the people in their
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
Disney doesn't care anymore. They want to follow the paths that they know makes profit, and at this point, they have enough IPs where they're not afraid to just bag on them. They have enough IPs where they can keep recreating the same shit, and it won't get boring.
And then they bought other IPs that don't get boring, like Marvel or Star Wars and all those companies. They'll make even more money. They're still huge.
That is very true, because we also got, this isn't a live action remake, but we also got the announcement of Toy Story 4, which is odd.
The only reason why I'd want to see Toy Story 4 is if they find Bo Peep. That's about it.
Bo Peep?
Bo Peep, because Bo Peep just disappeared from Toy Story 2.
Yeah, Bo Peep just fucked off right away.
Is that the whole plot of the fourth movie? Finding Bo Peep?
Here's a hot
Honestly,
take.
I'd hope it would be.
Here's a hot take. Bo Peep was the least interesting character of all the toys, because she was kind of there. I don't care about her.
She was Woody's romantic interest before they were actually interested in giving toys romantic interests.
What about
They're
Jessie?
Here's the thing, though.
Jessie,
I never really recognized Bo Peep as the Woody's romantic interest.
Yeah, I never got that either.
I mean, there was that one bit at the end where she randomly kisses him, but then I never really registered that in my head as a young child.
Why the fuck? What the fuck?
It's like
What?
I saw this boy and girl kiss and hold hands, but I don't think they're a couple.
They didn't even kiss.
Well, he was like a hero.
She just pulled him down.
Yeah.
And then
He sexually assaulted him.
She sexually, yes.
Look, I didn't know about the birds and the bees when I watched Toy Story.
That's fair.
What I just think is that Kenny's a fucking idiot.
That's very rude.
I'm just kidding.
We're supposed
Kenny,
to be
you're
nice
fair.
on this.
I don't know. I'm just a bad boy.
I'm not gonna say anything else. I mean, you would think you would talk to me like that. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna force it along unless you had something left to say, Kenny.
No, okay, let's go on.
Okay, the next thing that happened was the Butch Hartman escapade, where everyone got really you know about this. Everyone does. But
Butch Hartman cheated people of their money and gave it to the Pope.
Yep, he manipulated a lot of people with his Kickstarter. saying
before
that.
we
Oh yeah.
before we continue with this, do you guys remember when Butch Hartman left Nickelodeon and everybody was just so excited about what he would do next?
Yeah,
Remember,
make a
he
YouTube
like
channel.
he started a YouTube channel. He started like streaming drawings and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Everybody was just so stoked, like, "Oh, dude, this guy from our childhood he's cartoonist. He's like doing brand new stuff. He's gonna create cool new content." And all of a sudden, it died down.
Yeah.
Really, he died down really quick.
He
And
just.
then the next thing I hear about him is this
Oh yeah, the Oaxis stuff.
Oasis. I assume it's Oasis.
I'm just gonna call it Oaxis because that's what it looks like. And at this point, I don't really care. But on his Kickstarter, he was talking about a streaming service such like Netflix. That is, I think he said it was kid friendly at this point, and people were like, "Okay, that's pretty good." And people expected like Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents on the site, sort of cartoons in that nature. But when he got the money for it after that he raised, I don't know what the amount was. If someone
It
wants
was
to
like
look that up,
200,000 or something
was
like
it
that.
200,000?
Yeah, that was the Kickstarter. I think
Okay.
they passed that goal.
Oh yeah, they passed it. He made another video talking more in depth of what it will be like, and he made this really crappy, cheesy trailer. You should probably check it out because it's hilarious to watch. And it was just talking about a Christian family wanting to watch a Christian show with their children. And they're showing like horror movie or like a fake horror movie, and they're like trying to shield these kids' eyes from the horror that's on the screen. It was a very humorous thing. And a lot of people got very upset at this because they got cheated out of their money thinking it was just a kid's service and not a Christian service where there's live action stuff and just there's cartoons as well, but I don't think it showed any.
Lord.
I have no idea.
Butch Hartman's fucking YouTube is screaming the bottom of the barrel.
Is he?
Or
I'm sure he's making stuff still, but
of course he made stuff recently. He made Game of Thrones as kids cartoons. And it's essentially him just applying the game of the Very Odd Parents style.
Oh yeah, he has a ton of videos where it's just other medias in Fairly Odd Parents style. He makes views off of Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom, basically.
I mean, he's allowed to, right?
Yeah, I'll say this. There's
that's
nothing
fair.
wrong with that type of content.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's all he does on his channel.
It's just that it's like he's allowed to hold onto that life raft, but that's all he does.
He doesn't make anything new. He's not making his own animations or just artwork that isn't his old stuff. He hasn't moved on, right? Or do you have any?
Butch Hartman is a poopy head.
Move on. Guardian Spice. Don't know what this is.
Put a period right there, and
Wait.
let's talk about Guardian Spice.
You don't know what Guardian Spice is?
Let's educate Connor.
Let's jog
about
his
Guardian
memory.
Spice
I'm sure
right
he's
now.
heard of it. He's typing it in right now. I can hear it.
Me, I raise my hand.
What the fuck is Guardian Spice?
Okay, Kenny, you want to talk or Alan? Kenny, you wanna talk about this
Alan, why don't you talk about Guardian
I don't
Spice?
give enough of a shit about this show, dude.
But you know what it is. Define it for Connor.
You know the issue.
I think Guardian Spice is a Crunchyroll made Western anime sort of garbage thing that is supposedly diverse when it's full of all white women. And I don't know.
That was the main backlash.
Kind of a lot of waste of time.
Well,
It doesn't even look, because they say it's an anime, but it looks like Steven Universe.
It's heavily inspired by Steven Universe. You can tell just by the art style, and it's very generic. It's not even as good as Steven Universe's art.
Oh, this looks so boring.
Yeah, it looks very generic.
Honestly, I think the best thing we could do is just not talk about it and just forget this.
I'm not gonna let you do that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk about it real quick.
Star Fox.
So,
This looks so boring.
Here's the main argument that I saw against it, right? So Crunchyroll is a streaming service.
Yes.
And the hot take on this is that it's not a good streaming service. They've got really bad servers. The streaming quality isn't that great at all. And the entire web navigation of their website is just overall bad. And then all of a sudden they announce, hey, we're devoting our funds towards a brand new show instead of improving their services. And that's where people had a lot of contention.
There's a lot of points on here that a lot of people got upset about.
Yeah.
I've never been really much of a fan of Crunchyroll just because I was like this. I remember I was introduced to it like in the cafeteria of our high school, and I was like, "Oh, cool! It's a place where I can access anime." And then I was like, "Oh, you're gonna make me watch ads." Oh, and then I just found.
It makes sense, right?
You're forced to watch in standard definition. It's nothing like good quality, unless you pay the subscriber thing.
Yeah, why don't I just watch it illegally online?
I mean, let's not say that. I mean, go to those off-brand anime websites.
Go to those places where you can get a virus. I recently got a notification. Fucking Kiss Anime took over my notifications on my computer. I had to turn this off. They were sending me notifications for fucking clickbait.
I haven't got that. That's awesome.
They're like, it's like, did you see what this clown did?
Let's not send people there.
Yeah, let's not.
Don't go there.
Okay, I just want to say one thing on this topic. I didn't get the chance to. But my biggest issue with this is the actual video itself that was trying to get people excited for the show. And the show wasn't fully out at this time. There was nothing, and they're saying it is like the best show, or it was going to bring back 2D animation because 2D animation was dead or something, which it wasn't. It was huge. Teen Titans Go had its own movie. There was a bunch of cartoons.
There's no such 2D animation for most movies is dead.
What, really? I don't think so.
I would say mainstream
in
media,
Western, yeah. True, in the Western world, true. But I don't think it's dead. I don't think they're bringing back anything with this show.
Oh, no, definitely.
And they're
of course not.
praising it, saying it's the next big thing. And yeah, there's the diversity thing, but that has nothing to do with the show. We don't care about that. We want to know about the show.
Diversity is great, but is it actually good?
It's good, but I don't think it's needed to be said.
No, I mean, like, I'm not talking about diversity as in is it good. I'm talking about is the show good.
Oh yeah. They didn't say anything about that.
If you're just trying to farm people because they have people of color, you're taking it. I feel like that's actually kind of worse because then you're just taking advantage of diversity as a selling point.
And it's, I don't know. I think it's just kind of, it's a stupid thing to do, to try and shove a show in people's faces.
The next one I want to talk about is political agendas in gaming.
This is probably the only big one.
Oh, okay.
This is probably the last big one we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So political agendas in gaming. I think the most notable game in my mind that had this was Battlefield 5, with the sort of forced female protagonist and disability, having one arm, being a veteran.
Okay.
She had like a bionic arm or something like that.
Who is this?
Oh, gotcha.
The female character portrayed in the trailer for Battlefield 5. You remember?
Yeah, okay.
Like she had a mechanical bionic arm. She was fighting on the front line, which
was it bionic?
Yeah, it might have been bionic. It was just it might have been mechanical, but it had like some weird like claw things on it.
I know nothing of Battlefield.
And then there was a Japanese guy with a katana that came out of nowhere too.
Okay.
Did it? I don't remember this, but I
actually do remember this. Some guy popped out with a sword.
Oh, that's so stupid. Like, who the fuck would send somebody out to the battlefield with a fucking prosthetic arm like that? A cheap, she has 2 fingers.
She has 2 fingers, like 2 claws things?
Yeah, like 2 claws. Like, people won't send people to the fucking front lines for having issues with their eyesight. And this woman, like honestly, I don't even give a shit that she's a woman. She's missing her fucking arm.
But that's exactly my thing.
Political agenda.
They're forcing this political agenda. I remember the game director saying that he went home to his daughter, and his daughter asked, "Why can't I be in World War II in this World War II video game?" And he's like, "You know what? Yeah, why can't women be in World War II?" And so he made them the focus of the marketing.
Wait, hold on. Okay, there's a problem.
Okay.
There's a problem?
What's the problem?
Okay. I'm looking at I'm looking at the costumes, like the classes for Battlefield 5, right?
They
Battlefield
changed it now, yeah.
Yeah, it's in World War II, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is there a black guy serving for the German Empire?
It's historically accurate, Connor. Okay, stop being racist.
It's so that they're forcing political agendas onto gamers, right? Because gamers are like narrow-minded, conservative, and they deserve to be oppressed.
I think the thing is that like I think it's one thing to apply diversity, but it's another thing to apply diversity to an organization and a group that hates diversity and kills people because of it. I think that's incredibly inappropriate.
Yeah, I think that is a big issue, but
yeah, like you should be applying diversity to the people that actually accepted it and didn't gas people and put them in fucking chambers and burnt their bodies. What the fuck?
You know, it's fucked up, Connor.
I don't know.
But it's just a video game, Connor. Why are you so mad?
Yeah, I think there's two viewpoints on this. One that really likes realistic gameplay, and the other who just wants fun gameplay, entertaining gameplay.
I mean, the thing is that like it's one thing to apply diversity, but I think Battlefield 5 did it so poorly.
And it shows that in the sales, I think, and who play it. I don't think it's a very popular game.
I think it was just a really badly executed game in many ways, including their way of including diversity.
Yeah.
Now here's my question to you. If a game was introduced to you promoting like diversity and political agendas and stuff, but they were upfront about that, would you consider buying that game? If it looked good?
I would pick a game that is diverse that didn't holler about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So without stating it, they should just implicitly have it there.
It should be there.
If you have diversity,
a selling point.
Well, yeah, they shouldn't have it, but like it just is or isn't. Oh, look at that.
I like a diverse group of cast, and that doesn't mean racially. They just need to be interesting. That's all I care about. They should all come from different backgrounds. It's just a different viewpoint. You shouldn't just focus on one person all the time, and everyone else is just kind of a boring cardboard standout or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a game fun. I like fun characters.
Battlefield 1 was just way better. That's about it.
Well, I mean, speaking of making things fun, let's talk about how PUBG tried to sue Fortnite.
Oh, that's really fun.
Oh
That's
my
really
God.
funny.
God. Oh, I'm sorry that this asset turning game,
Yeah.
asset buying,
Yeah.
gave shit to a place that made their own fucking
their own assets.
they made. Sorry, you talk. You talk.
Okay, they made their own assets. Fortnite has their own gameplay that's totally different from PUBG, which is just an Arma. It basically plays like Arma and DayZ combined, but it's a battle royale. And PUBG sues Fortnite because it's using battle royale. It's the battle royale game, and they think PUBG did it first. They don't deserve to have another game like ours. Even though a lot of games do this, like, you know, Overwatch was like TF2. No one really cared about that. It was just a different gameplay feel.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's totally different. But I guess they didn't see that. That's probably why they dropped it. They realized they wouldn't win. They had no standing on this. And then I think they also had the issue of using assets. So they didn't want that being publicly shouted about. But yeah.
I think they did. I think they were like fully intent on suing Fortnite.
Yeah.
Because they thought they could get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
They thought that
it was
they
a
had
backlash that made them realize, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
They didn't have a copyright on Battle Royale.
Yeah, there was no reasoning for it. It was just, I think it's just because Fortnite was doing better at the time. It was getting more plays, more people on the player base than PUBG. Because it exploded when Fortnite came out. Like, this past year was nothing but Fortnite. Like, TikTok had a bunch of Fortnite memes. There's 12-year-olds dancing at the local McDonald's, the flossing and dance moves from it. It was a weird year.
Well, talking about this weird year, let's also talk about how Tumblr sued. Not Tumblr, Tumblr didn't sue anyone.
they didn't.
But guess what Tumblr did? It got rid of all not safe for work art.
Which I don't know if it did. I don't.
It didn't.
Yeah.
There's still
didn't?
tons of porn on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. They tried. They tried to.
Here's what they did. They took a gun out into the room filled with not safe for work artists, and a ton of them left.
Yeah.
Okay? And they're like, all right, I'm about to fire the gun. Here I go. And they fire the gun. It's a fucking Nerf dart.
Yeah.
It's so ineffective. Essentially, they banned not safe for work on it. You could easily fucking skirt around it. Easily. There's so much porn on Tumblr still. They did such a bad job. And honestly, I don't think they care anymore. I don't think they care to try. And I think that people, I think slowly but gradually, if Tumblr would come back, I think they're just constantly going down. But I think people will eventually come back realizing, hey, if I just tag my shit differently and not try to make it overtly explicit because their fucking detection system is trash, I can get away with it.
I don't think a lot of people would come back because I see
No,
a lot
I
of
don't
people
think
popping
many
into Twitter.
people will.
I don't want people to come back. Fuck.
What do you mean? Why would you want people to go back to Tumblr?
I don't.
He doesn't. He doesn't like.
Oh,
Tumblr.
okay.
But I think that's just his opinion, and I don't want that to affect on anyone listening.
All right. I mean, yeah, if you use Tumblr, good for you. But
yeah, it doesn't matter if you use it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Except I don't use it because I think it's trash. But
I thought you always did.
I mean, I have it on my phone.
Uh-huh.
I still have it on my phone, and occasionally I'll pop back in there just to see what's going on. But I just see Connor there.
Yeah, I know Connor forced me to get a Tumblr, and I never used it.
It was a long fucking time ago, dude.
Yeah, and I think this effect.
It was back. It was back when everybody wasn't so fucking cynical.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Tumblr, honestly. But I think this happened after Verizon bought out Tumblr and Yahoo.
Verizon?
Well, Yahoo bought them out, and that went to shit. I mean, Tumblr, people were already realizing
Verizon owns Yahoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Yahoo purchased Tumblr before Yahoo was purchased by Verizon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It was a weird thing that happened.
That was a weird
happen
thing
at the same time. So.
And it infuriated me, just like this next one that infuriated me.
Yeah, it's about the same thing.
So visual novels were threatened to being taken off of Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Now this this was part of Valve's and just Steam's course correction of them trying to clear up their games list or whatever. They're trying to get rid of bad asset flippers and just not safe for work stuff. They just didn't want that on their platform apparently. So they were threatening. They weren't threatening. They just said we were going to take them all down.
Well, they contacted people or like the industries who made these games.
You had a month's notice to take down the game because they're going to take them down for them.
Yeah, and I think the biggest person who spoke up about it was the Honeypop developers, because it was on Steam for like 3 years, I think, and then they just randomly got an email saying that it has to be taken down. I know Valve replied apologizing about the whole thing.
Yeah,
it was a mistake. They didn't mean anything by it. Something like that.
You know, if Steam had any idea, they would, if they were smart, they would simply just allow all not safe for work content legal and then have it through a filter where you have to be over 18 to access it and purchase it.
Well, it would quickly turn into a porn site if that were the case.
Yeah.
Well, then they'd have to have the fucking quality. I mean, the thing is that
it doesn't have quality control is the issue. No one's looking at these games.
Steam doesn't have quality control.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Now, Steam's like, okay, we don't know how to fix this. We don't know how to filter these games that are coming in.
Yeah.
Why don't the community just do it? So Steam's all officially like, okay, we're not touching it anymore. You guys handle it. And you know what? I think that's for the better.
I don't know if it changed anything though.
It didn't change anything.
How it works.
But now, I'll just say this now. I see a lot of porn games popping up on Steam.
Really?
I do.
It's just really cheap to get your game on there, I think.
It's
like
I'll pop in on Steam, and at least twice a month, I'll see a porn game on new and trending.
there's too many bad games.
There's, I mean, bad games. I mean, well, it's all subject to opinion. But let's go on to the next one about how we talk about more people realizing the negative effects of loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about loot boxes in general.
Yeah, we
They're
talked
bad.
about this earlier.
They're
as well.
gambling.
Yeah, I think
They're
they
bad.
get the
They're
idea.
gambling.
We don't like them. It's a bad thing to. It's bad to put gambling in any sort of game that kids could get a hold of.
Not even just kids, just anyone.
I think anyone. I think it's more effective to kids though, because they see that shiny box and they're like, ask their parents for their credit card, and then they just buy a bunch of V-Bucks and get some loot. Loot. Does Fortnite have loot boxes? I don't think
Fortnite does not have loot boxes, no, but it has microtransactions.
Yeah, which is
but that's not
bad.
inherently bad.
No, it's not as bad. Not great though, but it's
not
still...
great. But let's also talk about our final point, which is the death of emulation.
Wait, Kenny. We didn't finish our point previously that Belgium bans loot boxes.
Belgium bans loot boxes, as the entire world should, because it's a bad system for everybody in general. Now let's talk about this because Connor's fajitas are getting cold.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't made them yet. I need to make them.
So they're still cold. You weren't wrong.
Yeah, they're pretty cold. They're in the fridge right now.
All right. Well, let's talk about the death of emulation. EMU Paradise shuts down.
Yep.
I think this was the main site just for getting all kinds of old game emulations, right?
Yeah. You could get any console really. It was used mostly for Nintendo games, I think. Because those are hard to actually get.
Nintendo and PS2 games, because I remember I used to emulate a lot of PS2 games on there too.
Yeah. I am not a victim. I'm sorry.
Victim.
You're a gamer, Cameron. You're a victim.
You're fucking oppressed.
I guess the company was the victim because I also emulated stuff. I emulated the Ace Attorney games, but that's about it. Oh, and Mega Man X. So I don't know. It's kind of sad to see all these go, but I understand why Nintendo doesn't want them to freely give out their stuff.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it does make sense, you know. Nintendo, they want to take it down because it's their games, and they do have a right to the games they own.
Yeah,
so
very strict on this. Even there's a long list of how you can make videos of Nintendo games. There's guidelines that you have to follow, so you don't get taken off of YouTube. That I looked at when we were planning on streaming maybe Switch games. But
yeah. I think the main point of contention that consumers had with this issue was just that now they have no way to enjoy all these old classics. And Nintendo has this new online service thing on their Switch where they try to revive these old classics.
Yeah,
but I don't know too much about them.
Isn't it just SNES games?
It might be just SNES,
no
or maybe just old
N64.
NES.
It's not that good, to be honest.
Yeah,
is
it's
it
not many great games.
It's kind of fucking garbage.
Wait, is it like a monthly? Like they have free month?
You have to pay monthly.
Games?
Yeah.
You get all the games for free, but you have to pay monthly, I think. Right? Isn't that how online works? Or did they change it?
Is that how online works?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I have to pay per year.
But yeah, per month, per year. It depends on your subscription order, but yeah.
You do have access to them.
You have access to all the SNES retro games.
You don't.
I thought you did. Yeah, it was
you
free.
have access to it.
I don't think it's all of them. Not the good ones, especially.
Well, it doesn't have all the games. I'm saying all the SNES games that they have in the library are free to use.
Well,
they don't have every single SNES game.
Okay, can you tell me what games are in the library?
Oh God!
Come on, look. Pretty sure. What's it called?
I'm pretty sure Zelda's on there.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I don't
Zelda's
think it
not
is.
on there?
No, I'm
No,
pretty sure it's not.
I'm telling you, they're only putting garbage in there.
Yeah, it's really.
Really?
Let me look it up. I don't even know where I can find this.
That's really odd. So I guess that's why people are complaining about Nintendo's new online service, and they're really mad about all these kind of things. And you know what? Let's save the Nintendo rant for our next episode because Connor's fajitas are more important.
I need to fucking eat before 8, or it's gonna look bad for me.
What?
I'm trying not to eat super late. You hear me?
Yeah,
Wait, they do have the original Legend of Zelda.
I need to eat before like 8 because I'm gonna go to bed at like fucking 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got work at 8.
Let's end it there. Any closing statements from everybody?
Hi, everybody.
This is the last time we're talking about 2018. I better not see any more references.
Welcome to the Cabin Podcast. My name is Connor.
Fuck off.
Let's talk about how we changed from the Cabin Podcast to the Co-opt Up.
What?
We did it.
What is happening?
We did it.
We did it. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, we did it. That happened. This is the last time we're talking about 2018, and I better not see 2018 referenced in our podcast going forward.
Okay, we'll only talk about the future.
Yeah.
Or the current.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening in
on
this clumsy podcast.
Yeah, it was kind of a mess. I'll admit. I'm sorry.
It's because my vaginas took it over.
Yeah, we need research more.
I think we did all right. I think we talked about enough stuff.
We talked about the stuff, but not
a lot
accurately.
of stuff. And honestly, I could have talked about them a little more. But you know what? I think enough has been said about 2018.
Yeah, I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it. It's just depressing to look down at.
Yeah, closes.
There's nothing good that happened.
Say the thing you say every time, Kenny, please.
Thank you. What's the thing I say? Shit,
this is
I'm
for viewers like you.
Yeah, viewers like you.
This podcast was brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. Ding.
Fucking PBS bullshit.